Carolina blue is the only blue that stands out amongst the blue bloods. And ours just looks better, baby. Change my mind.
You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, we're going to talk about an absolute colossal battle between college basketball blue bloods. Number 9 North Carolina visits the number 1 ranked Kansas Jayhawks at Allen Fieldhouse in a matchup between 2 of the 3 winningest programs in NCAA college basketball history. The Kansas Jayhawks have played 126 years of college basketball with 2,394 total wins, which is good for second all-time, averaging 19 games, winning every season of their existence. But the North Carolina Tar Heels have played 114 years of college basketball with 2,373 total wins, third all-time, and averaging 21 wins per year. It's important to note here that UNC is the only P4 Division I basketball program in the country that has averaged 20-plus wins a season over the course of their existence. I just wanted to throw that out there. But before we get into the nuts and bolts of this colossal matchup, I want everybody to do me a stinking favor. Smash that like button, baby. Subscribe to the channel and tap that notification bell so you can be alerted every time the huddle comes out with a new video about the Mighty Heels from Chapel Thrill. So let's get into this thing. The Kansas Jayhawks and North Carolina Tar Heels obviously have a rich basketball history, and that history includes 10, count them, 10 total NCAA national titles, 6 for Carolina and 4 for Kansas, 3 Helms Foundation titles, 2 for Kansas and 1 for North Carolina, and 37 total Final Fours. Carolina with 21 and Kansas with 16. These two basketball programs are Titans. And November 8th at 7 p.m., Titans collide for the world to see on ESPN2. All my stinking college basketball blue bloods, they know exactly what I'm talking about. That crap is ridiculous. ESPN2, Carolina versus Kansas. But anyway, UNC and Kansas have met 12 times on the hardwood and are all knotted up 6-6. However, KU has won the last 4 meetings to include the 2022 National Championship game where the Heels blew a huge lead to fall 72-69. Carolina is, however, 1-0, baby, in Allen Fieldhouse. Speaking of Allen Fieldhouse, it is without a doubt one of the best places in all of college basketball to watch a college basketball game, seating 16,300 screaming Kansans, or Kansians, or I don't know what they're called, probably Kansans. Although upcoming renovations will eventually reduce the seating capacity to 15,300. Regardless, this is a tough, passionate fan base, and they truly do put the rock in rock chalk. Now the 1-0, number 9 in the country, North Carolina Tar Heels are coming off of a 90-76 season and home opening win against the CAA's Elon Phoenix that saw the Heels in a 2-point deficit with 6 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the game. Now the Phoenix shot the ball at an extremely high percentage throughout large portions of this thing, which enabled them to get back and set their defense. It was a matchup zone concept that the Heels struggled for large portions of the game to crack. Now, Coach HD went to multiple guys trying to break this thing, right? He had Jalen Washington, Jalen Withers, point guard Elliot Cadeau, and he even tried to use the freshman Drake Powell to flash to the high post and attack the heart of that zone. But no one was really able to take control of that thing and get the task done, at least in the first game. And if it wasn't for the heroics of R.J. Davis in the final 6.5 minutes to play, the Heels would have probably been talking about one of the worst upsets in their storied history. But Carolina went on a patented Carolina run, 21-5 to close this things out. The Heels survived, and they are 1-0, baby. Now, my Tar Heels leading scorer is the 6', 180-pound senior guard, R.J. Davis, who was averaging 24 points per game, 7 boards, and 7 assists. RJ only shot 36.8% from the floor in that first game and 27.3% from 3. So hopefully my dude can bring those numbers up against Rock Chalk. And North Carolina's leading rebounder is the 6'9", 200-pound senior forward, Jalen Withers, who had 10 boards in the season opener and also contributed 10 points. And Carolina's leading assist man is the 6'1", 180-pound sophomore point guard, Elliot Cadeau, who had 8 dimes in the opener, along with 17 points and 4 rebounds. Now, EC shot 57.1% from the field and 75% from 3. The dude looks so much more comfortable in the ebbs and flows of the game. Now, the number 1 Kansas Jayhawks leading scorer is a 6'4", 185-pound senior South Dakota State transfer guard Zeke Mayo, who had 19 points in the opener as the Jayhawks beat the Howard Bison 87-57. The Jayhawks leading rebounder is 6'9", 220-pound freshman forward Flory Badunga, who had 8 boards and 13 points in only 17 minutes of action. And their leading assist guy is a 6'2", 175-pound senior guard DeJuan Harris, who finished with 5. Now, the Jayhawks dominated the Bison early by taking a 46-19 lead into the half before letting off the gas and coasting to victory. The 7'2", 265-pound Hunter Dickinson had 16 points and 6 boards himself in only 21 minutes of action. So now that we've seen both of these teams and what they've done in their opener, let's take a look at my 3 keys to a Carolina victory. Key number 1, baby. Gassers. Game of gassers. Or some people call them suicides. Now, UNC's got to make this a coast-to-coast basketball game, bro. The Jayhawks are just too big inside with Hunter Dickinson, and the Heels do not have the type of body that can bang with the 265-pound 7-footer. Kansas is an athletic team, and this could very well be a team that pushes the tempo against most of the teams that they play. But I think even Bill Self knows in every fiber of his being that that is the game style that would greatly benefit the Heels in this one. It's strength for North Carolina. Carolina needs to run, bro. And Kansas might take a note out of the Elon game film and not fully pump the brakes per se, but caution his team with testing the Heels up and down the court. Key number 2, draw Dickinson out. We saw how the 7'4" kid from Elon affected UNC's ability to attack the basket. Hunter is 2 inches shorter, but he's obviously a much more talented guy. Carolina cannot let him camp out down there in the post, bro. Jalen Washington's going to have to knock down some 12 to 15 footers. He's going to have to make Hunter step out. Otherwise, he is going to smother the paint, and he's going to make the Carolina offense one-dimensional again. Carolina has some guys that can shoot, but you have got to be able to get to the rim. Attacking Dickinson and hopefully getting that dude into foul trouble. He cannot hurt you if he's riding the pine. And key number 3, love the hate. Embrace it. Many of these players have annually played at Puke, which is one of the most hostile environments in all of college basketball. Embrace the hate, bro. Rock Chalk should be nothing, man. We play in Cameron Indoor Stadium every year. If the Heels can gain some confidence early, we could be in for a shootout, bro. But if they do feel the crowd, it could be a long night. And now that we've gone over the keys, let's look at the prediction portion of the show. Now, first, the ESPN matchup indicator, which gives the Kansas Jayhawks a 70% chance of beating the Hills at the time of this video. Is that fair? 100% it's fair. Carolina wants to run, man. Does Kansas play to Carolina's strength? Or did they get smart and make them earn their buckets in the half court like Elon did? That really is the question, man. And I think that this is going to be a very close basketball game, and I am fully convinced that Carolina can win this basketball game. However, second game of the season on the road against the number one team in the country without a true big man. And it's against the team that has one of the best big men in the country. Man, that's an uphill battle, dude, if I'm being completely honest with you. What it would take is Hunter Dickinson getting into some early foul trouble, riding the pine, and Carolina somehow being able to continually run up and down the floor, man. But I don't think that that's what Kansas is going to do, and I don't think Bill Self is that stinking dumb. I think Kansas wins, but I think it's by less than 5. And Carolina can take about as much solace as humanly possible in a close loss. Like I said, the Heels are more than capable of winning this basketball game if they can dictate the pace. But Self, Allen Fieldhouse, and Dickinson down low make me have to give the Jayhawks the nod. So you let me know what you think about this game down in the comments section. Tar Heel and Jayhawk Nation. If you haven't already, baby, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And don't you stinking forget, live reaction and watch party on Friday night tomorrow at 7 p.m. We'll see you there, Tar Heel Nation. Let's get it done, baby.